Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
Hey guys, Underground Geek here. So, wow. This is crazy. Wow. So, if you've been watching my videos, I've been talking about DC Dark Knights for a while, and in the last book I said that it was getting a little tiring for the good guys to lose every issue. You know what I mean? It's like, what they would do is the story would start off, it'd be kind of tough, and then the good guys would do something really good, and you would think they were winning, and at the end of the book, it would just knock your feet out from under you again. And I was just like, you know, I understand that these guys are the most dangerous bad guys ever, but eventually the good guys need to win. I mean, that's the whole point of books, of comic books, is for the good guys to win, and for you to want to strive to be as awesome as the good guys. Well, the book finally came that got my hopes up. And it's Dark Knights Rising, The Wild Hunt. This is a $4.99 book. And it's a little bit thicker than a normal comic book, if you can see there. It's a little bit thicker. And it's got work done by multiple artists, if I can get to the title page here. Here we go. This title page right here, by the way, is amazing. You've got this great art right here. See, it's got Barbados right there. Barbados gets bigger in every issue. This is Riders on the Razor. And the people working on it, you got all these writers right here. You got Grant Morrison and James Tynion helping out this time. And then for artists, you got Howard Porter, Jorge Jimenez, Doug Mackey, and Jamie Mendoza. And then you've got these people doing the colors and the editor's job, assistant editors, things like that. And I mean, it's fantastic. This is the bottom part of the page, by the way. This is what Jorge Jimenez was working on for a long time. And it's got all of the Dark Knights in there doing something cool. I mean, if you zoom in too, I mean, the art's fantastic. None of these characters look bad. They all have their own style. They all look very imposing with different poses. And you can see every one of them. And these little robins are hilarious. And then you got the Batman Who Laughs right there. This book is very important. And the reason I say it's very important, it starts showing you more about the characters. This one really concentrates on Bobo and how he became a super champ. There's the multiverse. So he already knows about it at this point. And the super champs seem to be immortal. That seems to be something that happened to him. So basically it's talking about his life, talking about how his first master got killed, and then Swamp Thing helped him get to a land of smart creatures. Very pretty. And from then on, he got smarter and smarter. Something to do with the water. And then we actually start talking about Red Tornado and the Metal Men, and how they were using them basically like an organ. He was playing the music through them, very Masters of the Universe style. The music could help you tune into the multiverse. You know, reminds me a lot of He-Man. Then you got this team called the Hall of Heroes, I think is what they called them. And they're talking about how they're on Black Hawk Island. And they're talking about how physics there is going crazy. And it's actually the House of Heroes. That's what it's called, House of Heroes. And it's actually messing with Bobo's intelligence as well, because all this stuff is happening with the Dark Universe. Pretty cool characters. I like this guy. He's pretty cool. And then you get this awesome shot from Jorge Jimenez. Again, you got this team of Cyborg, Flash, and Raven there. She's basically playing this big harmonica, trying to tune, or not harmonica. Gosh, I can't remember what they call those. And she's trying to tune into the universe. They're actually on a ship, kind of like the Wave Rider. And oh yeah, here's an advertisement for this book. Go order this book, by the way. Liam Sharp is so nice. And he's doing this book, The Brave and the Bold, with Batman and Wonder Woman. And it's going to tie into, I think, Celtic mythology. And it's great. It's coming out in February this month, so it's getting close to coming out. Go pre-order it. His art is amazing. Look at that. You zoom in. Amazing. Look how he even does the lips on her. Very feminine, but is able to do him very masculine. Even kind of ties in the 5 o'clock shadow. And here we are. This is the ship that they're on. The Ultima Thule, Multiversal Bleed. Then, Now, Tomorrow. They're basically in the multiverse, and she's trying to contact it, to talk to it. And at the same time, they're also running from this huge ship. And who's on that huge ship? The freaking Dark Knights. So they're going after them. This reminded me of Galaxy Quest, that movie Galaxy Quest, because you had the little ship and you had the huge menacing ship coming after them. This is what's important about this. The Dark Knights are starting to argue with each other. And I really like that they started with the female Batman, because you know women have empathy more so than men. And they're using that personality to kind of say, she talks about here, she says, "Can you hear it? Can't you? The scream of the universe in agony, echoing soft and distorted through the bleed as through water. I hear the slightest tenor of my father, Martin, his final scream in the alley. You must too, Dawnbreaker." And he says, "Martha, it was Martha for us." And so you can tell that she's kind of getting to him some. And then Devastator is quick to call her out. And then the Red Death is as well. And that's when she kind of smacks him around. And the Batman Who Laughs loves it, because he wants to control them. He wants to keep them on edge. He's using them. And so they're flying through time. They come out into this land that's like, this must be a land of kind of like pirates, because you see the Batman, Superman, all them there. They're all dead. Batman's dying. You know, the universe is being affected. And that's when the Dark Knights show up on their ship and start attacking. And this is very cool right here, because the Green Lantern one shows up and he starts attacking her. Listen what he says to her. He says, "You, the goth, with darkest black, I choke the light. No brightest day escapes my sight. Initiate blackout." And she says, "My dad's a demon. That doesn't make me a goth. I like all kinds of music. So your darkest construct's a little Bruce. You can't scare a daughter of hell." And so that she's attacking them. They can't get to her. She's dodging. They're hitting each other by accident. So she's actually fighting 2 Dark Knights at one time. And so then she shows up behind him and actually uses his constructs against him to fight him. And he's actually frightened by them. And see, that's what the thing is. He's so afraid, he's trying to use his fear against them. And so that's when she starts attacking them. That's when Flash is attacking, I can't remember. I think he's Devastator. No, he's not Devastator. I can't remember which one he is. But he's the one that has the helmet of Ares. And so Flash is fighting him. He can't get a hold of him because Flash is just too fast. The art's a little goofy right there. I don't like the way they drew him. But it gets better as you get further away. It's just that close-up was really awkward. And so he's fighting them. Red Death shows up, but he shows up just in time to get hit with the boom of the multiverse, which was all according to Flash's plan. And what happens? It reverses him. Now, if you know anything about Red Death, he has a personality of Barry and Bruce in one. But Bruce is controlling him. That's why he's the Red Death. But when you reverse it, you get Barry back. So he is now the reverse Red Death. So then they both attack the evil Batman. They're fighting him. Then we're cutting through another multiverse. We get the vampire Batman. And the fight's going either way, because they get a couple good hits on Raven. And as strong as Raven is, if she gets punched in the face, that's kind of her weakness. So they've beaten the Ares Batman, but at the same time, they're starting to lose, because all of the multiverses are getting together. You can see here the evil Batman is killing the Justice League in that world. And they're saying that if they lose, they're going to get all of these evil Batman on their side and they'll never win. He's trying to, the Green Lantern one's trying to attack Raven, take her down, but Cyborg is already defeating the Cyborg Batman of their time. And so he goes to back up Raven, and then the Devastator shows up to attack the two Barrys, and that's when they find out everything is going according to plan to the Batman and laughs. He's planned all this. He actually kills the well, that was great. He actually kills the Reverse Flash, so he's dead now. But here's the thing. None of these people are smiling because they're down a Dark Knight now. As much as they want to say this is going according to plan, the only one that's laughing is the Batman who laughs. The rest of them are starting to realize they're expendable at this point. I think that's what they were trying to acknowledge. But as this is going on, everything bad is happening. The Red Tornado is now released from his hold just in enough time to tell them that everything is done for. They're dying, like this is over. And so I was like, crap, you know, they're going to do it to us again. They're going to build us up, and then they're going to knock our feet out from under us again. I was getting really upset. You know, it's just terrible. Nothing's going to plan. And here's the thing, though. They said they were going to explain who this guy was in the rags from the last issue. But they don't. He just says, only the most powerful being in the universe, perhaps, on its knees at my feet. So I don't know. Maybe it's Sandman. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who that is, but it doesn't really explain it. I mean, I go back here and look. I don't understand. But at the same time that they've got that guy and they're showing him the universe is about to get destroyed, that's when the Green Lantern Batman realizes that there's a 53rd universe that showed up all of a sudden. And there's not supposed to be a 53rd universe. So as all this is going on, somebody shows up, another Super Shemp, Stubbs. And that's when they realize the 53rd universe has showed up, and it's the monkey apes. Look at them. Aren't they cool? Look at all the different, and they use a different monkey for every kind, which is really cool. Got the little Green Lantern there. It's cool. And they're here to save the day, and they brought the trio of heroes with them. It says, you ready to save the universe, Bobo? Is that not cool? So that's where it ends. So this was amazing. I really like it. I love the art. Look at this art, except for his face. That's the only thing that kind of let me down. But I love all this different colors. It emphasizes everybody's character. Look at that blurred shot he did of Flash running. So you've got all these different artists doing these different pages. And other than, you know, books, they do this in Marvel. But what they'll do is they'll pair a good writer, a good drawer with a bad drawer. But here it's hard to find something that's not good. I mean, look at the Batman Who Laughs face right there. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. Look at Raven. It's cool. So this is a really amazing book. It's well worth your money. It's got all this craziness going on. We get to see the reverse Red Death. He's like gold. This is freaking awesome. They go to town on that Ares Batman. Bow, 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 bow. We get to see Vampire Batman. And this weird robot Batman. Very cool. But at the meantime, I wanted to talk about the other books coming out. Like that Liam Sharp book, The Brave and the Bold. But at the same time, they have this Green Lantern Earth 1 graphic novel coming out. And it's supposed to go along with all these other books that have already come out. You know, Wonder Woman Earth 1, Batman Earth 1, 1 and 2, Superman Earth 1, Volumes 1 through 3, and Teen Titans 1 and 2. They already have those out. You can get those. But now this is another book that they're doing. And this right here is what gets on my nerves. Who cares what the Washington Post says about these books? Like, who cares? But other than that, I would say get this book. It's going to be really good, I think. The artwork that I've seen looks amazing. Basically, you have a Green Lantern that has found the ring. Hal Jordan has found the ring. But the Green Lanterns are gone. They've been killed by those hunters. So he's basically on his own. So it's awesome. He's an astronaut. It's cool. Look at that. That's awesome. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? So definitely get this book. It's well worth the money. Finally, we have a book where the heroes are winning. It's amazing. I can't wait. We're almost done. Now, the next book has been pushed. Volume 6 of The Dark Knights has been pushed to the end of March. So you're going to have to wait a week or two more than normal. Greg Capullo is working as fast as he can on the artwork. He just finished it. He's doing so much now that it's getting behind. But, I mean, in the meantime, you've got this book, which is amazing. And it's only $4.99, where Marvel does like their normal Avengers book at $4.99. So this is very worth the money. It's got the haul full. Look at that. But I should have some more videos today, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Hope you like these videos. And let's move this needle a little bit. Let's move the needle and get the good books going. Talk to you guys later. Underground Geek out.
I wish I knew you when I was young. I could